Hi folks, Mark Mehaffey here to do a short video demonstration for the Oliver Art Center. Hope you like it. Beautiful Otter Lake here behind me. Nice, beautiful, big white pine that'll be the subject today. I've laid out all of my colors. I use the split primary palette for plein air painting, so a warm and a cool of the yellow, red, and blue, plus white. And I've already drawn my subject, all the basic shapes on my tinted panel. I use CAD red light a lot. It's a medium value, so it works well. I can tell if something's lighter or darker. And we're gonna see what we can get done in 5 or 6 or 7 minutes. So tag along. I want a kind of a muted green and light for the background. Almost a gray green. We're going to make it even a little cooler. This is acrylic, not oil, so I know acrylic dries very, very fast, and I can always wait a few minutes, sometimes a minute or two, and let this acrylic dry, and if I don't like the passage, I can paint over it. I have an underpaid but expert camera person today, my wife Rosie, who probably won't let me film her, but thanks to her for acting as the camera person. I do have a tendency to paint very quickly outdoors. Usually the time is limited. The light's changing today, so it's mostly cloudy with some sun peeking through. And like most of the time when I paint in plein air, it's not exactly about what I'm looking at. It's about trying to make a good painting. So let's get to the big white pine. It is the subject, the star of this show. And there's no way I'm going to finish this painting in the allotted time, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, but you'll get the idea. Again, if I make a passage too dark or too light, it's acrylic. I can go over it. Notice that I'm holding the brush way at the end. That's so I don't get too picky. This is an old white pine. Been here for quite a while. And has some smaller trees tucked in behind it, next to it. Oh, yeah, working some shadows in. Let's do a little bit of the water. So I'm swishing my brush here. And I have a tendency to use the same brush for quite a while. And I also always pick a brush that's a little larger for the job to be done, which again prevents me from being too picky. So I used ultramarine blue to make this muted green. Let's switch to phthalo blue, which is my cool blue. Ultramarine's my warm blue. And we'll switch to phthalo blue, which is that shocking, very intense blue. We're going to add a lot of white to this. And we're going to end up with kind of a turquoise, but a very cool blue. We're going to add some light to the water. These are the spaces between, the negative spaces. Back to ultramarine. You can see this lighter value blue makes the tree trunks really pop. Big difference in value. I'm getting very close to the time limit for this demonstration. I just want to do some of the boughs of this big white pine. Cool yellow, warm blue. So now I have green. This is definitely green. Warmer than the trees behind. So we're at the end of this short 10-minute video. The painting obviously is not done. I will be teaching a plein air 2-day class August 4th and 5th at the Oliver Art Center. If you'd like to see how this turns out, please join us. Thanks.